What's up, you drone lovers? From the palm of my hand to the skies, this is the DJI Neo. This is now DJI's smallest drone in their lineup and the best for novice operators. The Neo features a half-inch sensor capable of 4K 30 FPS in a small, compact body design. There's AI subject tracking and voice control on board, along with the ability to pair to DJI's Mic 2, plus a bunch more which we're gonna get into. The DJI Neo weighs just 135 grams, which is under the legal limit needed for operators to require registration, meaning anybody can use it. To me, the body design is closer to the Avoidance 2 series, but the controls are closer to the Mini series. First, taking a look at the body, you have a half-inch sensor capable of 4K video and 12 megapixel stills. It's important to note that at 4K, the Neo shoots video only at 30 FPS, while in 1080p, you have 60, 30, and 24 FPS options. To fly, you have 4 propellers, all with full coverage guards that are removable and can be replaced if needed. On the back is a power button, as well as a USB-C port to charge the battery and for data transfer. Looking at the bottom, the removable battery gives you about 18 minutes of flight. You'll also find 2 sensors on the drone, which are used solely for detecting landing. There's no micro SD slot here. Instead, the Neo comes with 22 gigabytes of internal storage. And the best for last, my favorite part of the design being the mode button to switch through the intelligent flight modes. In the Neo, there are 6 intelligent flight modes, otherwise known as quick shots, which you can select by holding down the mode button. This lets the Neo record without the use of a controller. Hold the Neo out at the palm of your hand and the drone will take off and perform the selected mode. AI algorithms keep the subject in frame, which is great for anyone who cycles, skates, or hikes and wants an amazing follow shot. It's also now amazing for vloggers because the DJI Neo is the first DJI drone compatible with their Mic 2. This means you can walk and talk at the same time using the drone as your personal videographer. Unfortunately, because of not yet released firmware, we couldn't show you this, but you get the idea. Voice control, which is one of the more intriguing options, now allows pilots to control using spoken directives. This was another feature we sadly weren't able to use due to unreleased firmware, but be sure to check a tutorial for that on the DJI Fly app. Now, while we're talking about the Fly app, the Neo supports Wi-Fi connection to smartphones, which lets you manually control the drone using the DJI Fly app interface. Over Wi-Fi, you can get a control range of up to 50 meters, and using this method, operators can also activate quick shot modes, as well as control the settings of how far or high you want the drone to perform these modes. Lastly, we have RC control, which allows the Neo to achieve its maximum video transmission distance of 10 kilometers or just over 6 miles. The Neo is capable of pairing with the new DJI RC N3, RC Motion 3, FPV Remote Controller 3, and DJI Goggles 3. So controller-wise, you have a bunch of options. So when I said it had a similar body to the Avoidance 2, well, that's because it follows much of the same design, which means it also lacks obstacle avoidance. So to ensure a safe flight, it's recommended users should not fly beyond the visual line of sight. Bumper guards can only do so much. The drone does, however, support return to home. So if you do need some assistance, you can return the drone home safely. Overall, the DJI Neo is definitely a fun drone for novices looking to get some exciting footage, as they won't need all the extra features professionals would use. The quick shot modes are great for those who want dynamic shots, and its size is perfect to take anywhere. I like these smaller drones for people who are learning the dynamics of drone operating because having fewer sensors makes them really hone the craft. And with the Neo, you at least have bumper guards so you know you have some protection. Common questions I always get from those who have never flown a drone but want to get into it is, what drone should I get? What happens if I crash it? Well, there's no real correct answer, but the Neo is an amazing option. What I always suggest is go small first, learn the feeling and the movements of operating, and if you crash, well, smaller drones definitely cause less damage. But it's always a risk, so make sure you get DJI Care. So tell us in the comments below, what amazing footage would you get with the DJI Neo? I'm Joe with B&H, and you keep flying.